Hello, everybody. Floppy Hat Photos back here again for another Idiot's Guide to Marathon Training, and it's all over and done with. It's been a few hours, probably about 5 hours maybe, since I got finished with the race. Went ahead and got some food there in Des Moines and stuff after the marathon. My buddy drove me home. We sat here in the driveway for a little while, just kind of bullshitting, having a good time. Smoked myself a recovery cigar. It's always good after a run. It's a nice little cigar. Big thing that I'm happy about is I got my finisher's medal here. Turned out awesome. End up rocking it out at just over 4 hours and 45 minutes. I think it's 4:46 and some change. Felt great. My original goal was like that 5:30 range. I knocked it down as my running was doing good to like that 4:30 was my goal. And then I missed a good solid month and a half like that of training worth a damn with my father's illness, which ended in his death of cancer. And then my grandfather ended up taking care of him. I started to step my running back up, and my grandfather ended up going in. He ended up having 5 stents put in, ironically, just earlier this week. So I missed a bunch there. So I was severely tapered. I was rested up as best you could rest up, but I ended up with, I believe it's stress from it, an ulcer, maybe a hernia, or I moved a whole bunch of real heavy ass crap a couple weeks ago that really kicked my butt. And then my doctor thought it was a gallbladder going out. I did write hernia, ulcer, and gallbladder on the back of my bib just in case I collapsed on the course. I wanted to let them know kind of what the issues were going to be. But everything felt good. I ended up, my left foot was kind of bugging me early on, and I started favoring it. And then my right foot started hurting pretty good, and I was doing good the whole run. I ended up walking a little bit in there, not too bad. My mile 25 was my slowest mile at a 12:39 or 12:36, something like that. Super slow run in there, but I wanted to rock my last mile, and my last mile was over a minute faster than my first mile. And that was my biggest goal at the end. Absolutely kicked butt. I probably could have shaved off a little bit with my stomach issues and stuff I was having that hang. I ended up having to hit the Porta-John a couple times there. I think like 3 times I stopped Porta-John. Happens. Not a real big deal for me. It never happens on my training runs. It's really weird. It happens both my races, my half and my full. It kicked my butt. This one wasn't nearly as bad, thank God, as my half. My half was just miserable. Even the ride home was absolutely disgusting. So this right here, I feel good. I'm probably 60% good. My whole body overall. My gut hurts pretty good from that. My abs, of course, hurt. Just you run that long. You run for almost 5 hours, 26 plus miles. Your abs are going to hurt. Your core is going to suck. But like from the side of your foot, the bone on the outside of your foot, from there back to my heel on both feet, it's absolutely on fire. That right there is kicking my butt. My knee, when I first got on walking, I kept thinking my left knee was going to just give out from me, and luckily it never did. I put on some recovery cream afterwards and stuff. I also kind of massaged it all the way home. It's kicking my butt. Feeling a lot better with my knee. My feet are both just on fire. I've got new blisters and stuff. Pretty typical experience. I was going to expect that. I right now for $1,000 probably would not do a 5K right now. If I had to run it, I couldn't do it all. I might be able to walk part of it, but surprisingly, I feel a little better in the running than I felt way better running than I do walking right now. But I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna basically I've got driving. My buddy drove me to his place. Like I said, he did all the driving up till now. I'm gonna go ahead and head on home from here. It's about an hour drive. I feel fine driving. My mind's clear. My body's good. All that stuff. My buddy, after his first and second marathon, he was kind of loopy in the beginning part, but I think I took in a little more, kept a little more fat in my body, my diet there, to kind of help my brain from being robbed of that. So I felt really good. His runs were both, he was much heavier. He was about 100 pounds heavier than I was when he ran his first marathon, and that really kicked his butt. So I'm feeling excellent. Like I said, I turned in just over like 4:46, dude. I loved it. I absolutely kicked ass the whole time. My last mile, I felt great. I probably could have kicked it up. Mile 25, I probably could have ran a little harder in there and not walked as much, but I was terrified of having a bad 26 mile. So, and I'm good. I was under 5 hours, completely loving that. Couldn't beat that a bit. I was super happy there. Finished before 1 o'clock. Was loving all that. So, had a really good conversation. Helped a few people kind of get them motivated. Chatted a little bit. Even had a couple runners who would kind of catch me, and I'd pass them and pass me back and forth and stuff. And I kept stopping. Like I Played with a couple dogs on the run. Stopped for Porta Johns. Stopped, talked to my buddy and his daughter a few times in that. Posed for a couple pictures for my buddy in that. I was running backwards at mile 26, just kind of screwing around, having a good time. Absolutely loving all that good stuff. So definitely, the whole thing is awesome. I'm going to do another one. I think next year I'm going to try and do the Marine Corps, which is the week after the Des Moines. So I probably won't be able to do the Des Moines one next year because I want to do the Marine Corps pretty heavily. Although next year it's going to a lottery, so I might not be able to get in. But there's usually a lot of bibs for sale later on eBay and stuff. People that get into the lottery or get into the choice and then decide not to go, whether it be injury or just chicken out or whatever the heck it is. So they usually sell them right at the same price as you'd pay for them if you bought it, yourself. So either way, I'm gonna probably do the Marine Corps next year is my plan. I'm not gonna run it all. I'm probably gonna take a week off. I'm gonna go walking tomorrow and stuff, and then I gotta see the doctor Tuesday, find out if this is a gallbladder or an ulcer, whichever one it is. So hopefully it's just an ulcer or a hernia and not a gallbladder, because I hate to lose my gallbladder because then it kind of affects your eating prowess and that kind of stuff for the rest of your life. And I really don't want to do that because I love eating my fatty, greasy foods and that kind of stuff. So definitely, got to say, it's possible if you miss a bunch of training. You guys can see all my trainings I missed. I didn't run hard at all for the last month and a half now or so. I really did not do much. I was super surprised I rocked this thing as good as I did. I kicked its butt. And as of right now, between my buddy and I am the fastest marathoner at the moment between us. And I gave him a really hard time coming home. I'm going to give him crap all the way out to DC, but a short of a catastrophe or major injury, he's going to whip my time by probably a good, maybe, I'm going to say 16 minutes minimum, maybe a full half an hour. He's going to kick my butt on that run. So I got to milk this next 7 days as best I can for being a faster runner than him for the marathon time, because I told him it's going to take him 3 years to beat my time. This will be his third marathon, my first marathon. So definitely, I got to give him hell. Why have a friend if you can't give him crap? So that's mostly what I'm definitely after there. I'm feeling good. Again, like I said, got my medal. There's a big deal. I actually brought my Drake half marathon medal out earlier. Yesterday I brought it with me to kind of help motivate myself in the run. It's hanging from my mirror right now. And other than that, not much going on. I'm going to go home. I'm going to soak my feet in some ice and that. See if I can't get them to stop hurting so much. And go from there. Like I said, I got to see the doctor Tuesday. And that's going to be fun. So other than that, everything's great. I kicked butt, like I said. You guys can do it too. If any of you guys out there have any interest at all, hit me up. I'll be happy to help kind of give you some pointers. Even if it's just not pointers, just, I'll get your emails and that. I can text you and, complain at you if you don't run. I'm more than happy to. I always want to encourage people. I've got about 8 people running so far. I had 10, 2 of them dropped out, unfortunately, being wusses. So I've got 8 people still running. I want to try and get like 100 people into running is my goal in the next 5 years. So if I can get 100 new people to run the next 5 years, I'm going to be super stoked about that. So I would love to put you on that list of one of the 100. So thanks for watching this. I know a lot of this didn't make a lot of sense. There wasn't a lot of great training tips and techniques. More of just my journey, my struggles, and my now accomplishments. So hope you guys have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Get out there, lace your shoes up, hit the door, and get your run on. It's always possible. Anything can be done if you put your mind to it and get out there and knock out a marathon. So they say less than 1% of the humans on the planet will ever run a marathon. So I'm in that level now. I'm no longer a runner. I'm a marathoner. Big difference. Great feeling. So have yourself a good one. Thank you much for watching.